Hey guys, my name is Afnan Ahmed, and today I'll be presenting my presentation on Colten Boushi murder and trial. This was an injustice sort of situation and case, which we're going to learn about throughout the presentation. So let's get straight into it. You might be wondering who Colten Boushi is. He's a 22-year-old Cree man. The Cree are the most populous and widely distributed indigenous peoples in Canada. Cree First Nations occupy territories in the subarctic region of Alberta to Quebec, as well as portions of the Plains region in Alberta and Saskatchewan. So, what happened? Gerald Stanley, a white farmer in rural Saskatchewan, was acquitted of murder and manslaughter in the killing of Colten Boushi, a 22-year-old Cree man. This whole case took place in rural Saskatchewan, and to be exact, it was in a town called Battleford, which is north areas of Saskatchewan. The murder occurred on February 9th, 2018 on a rainy day. So the reason the murder happened was because Boushi and his indigenous friends went on Stanley's farm. So now to go in depth into this is, after getting a flat tire, Boushi and his four friends drove to a farmhouse owned by Stanley. One of the group members parked an ATV on the property while Stanley and his son were outside. Stanley's son ran to the vehicle and used a hammer and smashed the windshield. The people in the SUV attempted to take off, but they accidentally crashed their car into one of Stanley's car, which is unfortunate. Stanley's reacted by going into his house, returning with an old handgun and firing two shots into the air. Two of the individuals in the SUV fled on foot while Boushi moved to the front seat. Stanley then approached the SUV. When Boushi in the driver's seat, when the gun discharged, Boushi was shot in the neck, just below the ears, and died instantly. Stanley's defense claimed the shot was on accident and the gun's trigger was not pulled. As you can see, this is innocent Boushi on the left and his murderer on the right. The whole situation was purely unjust and unfair. There are many reasons, such as RCMP destroying the records of police and communications. This evidence was literally found out from a Globe and Mail investigation, and the recordings were deleted on the night that Colten Boushi died. There's not a coincidence in that. There's also no blood splatter expert on the scene. You might think that, oh, can't they just check it the next day? Just blood. But the problem was that it was raining, so all the evidence was completely washed away. Now, the main problem of this whole case was the trial. This showed actual racism and inequality. When there is a jury, 12 people are assigned to decide the verdict of the case. Since the prosecutors can veto people off in the jury, they vetoed 14 people, and 5 of them were clearly visibly indigenous peoples. This had big difference and big effect over the social media, and the majority of the comments brought down the hopes of Bushi's mother, who was running the whole case. This impacted Cree and indigenous peoples, bringing their hopes down in the community and making them seem worthless. The four friends and Bushi's family were severely impacted by this, and this was the worst time of their lives. On the side, we have 2 tweets regarding the injustice scenario. The first tweet goes, "Not to mention, they're still being literally killed. Heard of Colten Boushi, a white farmer fatally shot him, and an all-white jury found him innocent." The second one, "I did not deserve to be treated the way I was treated. We fought for this justice and will continue fighting. If Colten could hear me now, he'd be proud that we continued fighting and we never gave up," says Colten Boushi's mother, Debbie Baptiste. Now to the bright side, we have things that have been done after this devastating racism, injustice, and murder. In response to controversy over how defendants' legal team used peremptory challenge to remove all indigenous jurors from the jury pool and get what seemed to be an all-white jury, the federal government passed Bill C-75, which eliminated peremptory challenges during jury selection. The law came into effect after September 2019. The meaning of this, in easier words, means that you can't take people off the peremptory jury for no reason, because right now they can choose how they want to remove with no reasoning whatsoever. Another key factor that has been changed include polarization over rural crimes and the use of guns and intensified indigenous distrust of the Canadian criminal justice system and revelations of systemic racism in law enforcement and the criminal justice system. The story attracted widespread attention across social media. This case has been exposed and it has showed the ugly truth of rural Saskatchewan, and support has been shown for Bushi's family, and there's always rallies around Canada spreading the awareness of this. To end it off, we have my sites that I used for this whole presentation. And to end it all off, I have a question for the viewers watching this right now. If you learned something new today, or if you learn more about the Cree, if you guys did not know about them already, or you have any thoughts of this presentation, please leave a comment on this discussion post. Have a great day.